The year is 1968, the height of the Cold War. Deep beneath the frigid waters of the North Pacific, the Soviet submarine K-129 patrols in silence. This isn't just any submarine. It's a Gulf II class ballistic missile sub, armed with 3 nuclear missiles, each one a sip. Onboard Captain Vladimir Gobzer stares intently at the sonar screen. The mood is tense. They've been at sea for weeks, part of the relentless cat-and-mouse game played between the superpowers. Let's imagine a logbook entry from that time. March 8th, 1968. All systems nominal. Crew morale is stable, though the long patrol is beginning to wear on us. We maintain our designated station, a silent guardian beneath the waves. The Americans are out there somewhere. We can feel them. Every ping from the sonar is a ghost, a potential threat. We are the shield of the motherland, a responsibility that weighs heavier than the ocean above. Suddenly, a series of jolts rock the submarine. Alarms blare. On the bridge, chaos erupts. "Captain! Flooding!" In compartment 4, a frantic voice yells over the intercom. "We're taking on water fast." Another crewman shouts, "Pressure is dropping." "We're sinking." Kobza grips the railing, his face a mask of disbelief. "Emergency blow. Surface the boat. Now?" But it's too late. The K-129, crippled and mortally wounded, begins its long, dark descent to the ocean floor. Nearly 3 miles down, it vanishes without a trace, taking all 98 crewmen with it. Back in Moscow, the silence is deafening. The K-129 has missed its scheduled check-in. Panic begins to set in at the highest levels of the Soviet Navy. Where is she? A grim-faced admiral might have demanded. We have dozens of ships and planes searching. There's nothing. No debris, no oil slick, no distress call. It's as if she just disappeared. The Soviets launch a massive, frantic search operation, but the Pacific is vast, and they're looking in the wrong place. They find nothing. The K-129 is officially declared lost. Its fate a mystery, its crew presumed dead. But someone else was listening, thousands of miles away. The U.S. Navy's Sound Surveillance System, or SOSUS, a secret network of underwater microphones, had recorded the sub's final moments. American analysts listened to the chilling audio, a short, sharp bang, followed by the terrifying sounds of a hull collapsing under immense pressure. Using the data from multiple listening posts, they triangulated the wreck's location with astonishing precision. The Americans knew exactly where the K-129 was, and inside that wreck lay a treasure trove of Soviet secrets, codebooks, communication equipment, and most importantly, nuclear missile technology. The CIA saw an opportunity too great to ignore. This was their chance to get an inside look at their adversary's most advanced weaponry. The mission was handed to the CIA's Directorate of Science and Technology. It was codenamed Project Azor. The plan they devised was audacious, almost unbelievable. They would build a massive, one-of-a-kind ship, pretend it was a deep-sea mining vessel owned by the eccentric billionaire Howard Hughes, and use a giant mechanical claw to lift the submarine from the seabed. The cover story was perfect. Hughes's reputation for secrecy and bizarre projects made the Glomar explorer seem plausible. The public story: Hughes was venturing into the new frontier of mining manganese. Nodules from the ocean floor. Let's picture a conversation in a secure room at Langley. A senior CIA official briefs his team. "Gentlemen, this is the most ambitious covert operation ever attempted. The ship, the Hughes Glomar Explorer, is a marvel of engineering. Its centerpiece is what we're calling the capture vehicle. Think of it as a giant claw, strong enough to cradle the target section of the submarine." He points to a blueprint. "We'll lower it on a steel pipe string, piece by piece, 3 miles down. Once it's in position, the claw will close around the sub, and we'll lift it right up into a massive, hidden chamber in the belly of our ship, what we call the moon pool. The entire recovery will happen underwater, completely hidden from spy satellites and Soviet ships. The risks were astronomical. If the Soviets found out, it could trigger a major international incident, possibly even war. For 6 years, The project moved forward in absolute secrecy. The Hughes Glomar Explorer was constructed, a technological titan disguised as a commercial enterprise. Finally, in the summer of 1974, the ship sailed to the recovery site, hundreds of miles northwest of Hawaii. The crew, a mix of CIA operatives and expert technicians, began the slow, painstaking process of lowering the giant claw, which they nicknamed Clementine. Imagine the atmosphere in the control room of the Glomar Explorer. The only light comes from glowing screens, displaying camera feeds from the deep. A voice calls out the depths. 15,000 feet. 16,000. 4 days. They inch closer. Then, a grainy, black and white image appears on the main screen. A collective gasp fills the room. It's the K-129. A ghostly silhouette resting in the crushing darkness of the abyss. It's broken, but it's there. The mission is real. The tension is unbearable as the claws carefully maneuvered over the wreck. Easy. 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 A little too port, the operator murmurs, his hands steady on the controls. The steel talons of Clementine slowly descend, positioning themselves around the forward section of the submarine. The part they believed held the code room and missile silo. Then, the command is given. Close the claw. With a hydraulic hiss, the giant fingers grip the hull of the K-129. They have it. The long, slow lift begins. Winches groan under the immense strain. For days, they raise their prize. Foot by agonizing foot. They're about a mile from the surface when disaster strikes. On the monitors, they watch in horror as several of Clementine's steel talons suddenly break. The stress is too much. The captured section of the submarine, the main prize, cracks, breaks apart, and the largest portion, including the coveted missile silos and code room, plummets back into the abyss. A wave of despair washes over the control room. Years of work, billions of dollars, all for this. But it wasn't total failure. A smaller forward section of the submarine remained in the claw's grasp. They brought it aboard into the secrecy of the moon pool. Inside, they found the bodies of 6 Soviet submariners, which they later gave a formal burial at sea, complete with a Soviet flag and anthem, a mark of respect for their fallen adversaries. They also recovered 2 nuclear-tipped torpedoes, but not the code books or the ballistic missiles they so desperately wanted. The story might have ended there, a classified failure buried in CIA archives. But in February 1975, the Los Angeles Times broke the story. The secret was out. The press, smelling a cover-up, went into a frenzy. Reporters hounded the CIA, who could neither confirm nor deny the reports, a phrase that has since become legendary. The Soviets, publicly outraged, now knew the true purpose of the Glomar Explorer. Project Azorian was blown wide open. In the aftermath, the true scope of the project was revealed. It was a staggering feat of engineering and espionage, a testament to the lengths the superpowers would go to gain an edge. Though it didn't recover the main prize, the operation yielded valuable intelligence about Soviet submarine construction. The Glomar Explorer, its secret mission over, was eventually mocked. The story of K-129 and Project Azorian is more than just a Cold War spy tale. It's a story of ingenuity, audacity, and the incredible risks taken in the name of national security. It's the story of a secret hidden 3 miles deep, and the legendary KRAKEN built to retrieve it. It remains one of the most daring and mysterious covert operations in history, a silent monument to the secret war fought in the darkest depths of the ocean. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the shadows of history, be sure to like and subscribe for more.